Have you ever poured your heart into an idea, only to be met with silence? No applause, no validation, not even a nod. That's silence. It's not rejection. It's your first teacher. Welcome to the real beginning of your journey. Not the glamorous Instagram-ready launch, but the moment no one's looking, no one's clapping, and yet you keep moving. Because the truth is, success doesn't begin with support. It begins with solitude. We grow up believing that if our ideas are good, people will automatically back us. Friends will cheer. Family will lend a hand. Mentors will guide the way. But what hits hard and early is the realization that most people are simply too wrapped up in their own lives to truly care about yours. It's not malice. It's just reality. Ask anyone who's ever built something from scratch, an entrepreneur, a writer, a musician, a leader, and you'll hear the same refrain. I started alone. That's not to say people won't smile or nod, but smiles don't build empires. Nods don't keep you going when you're pulling all-nighters, doubting yourself, or watching your bank account hit zero. You might hear, "I believe in you." But watch how quickly that belief fades when results don't show up fast enough. People trust outcomes, not potential. So don't be angry when they disappear. Learn. Don't place your conviction in the hands of those who won't lose sleep over your failure. Instead, put it into something unshakable, your own will. Here's a rule to remember. Never trust words, trust patterns. If someone shows up only when you're winning, they were never with you when it mattered. Story 1. The startup nobody believed in. Years ago, a young woman launched a tech platform aimed at helping small farmers access digital tools. Everyone told her it was too niche and not scalable. Investors passed. Friends chuckled. Even her own brother said, "Just get a normal job." She didn't argue. She built, in silence. 5 years later, her startup was acquired by a major agri-tech firm. When asked how she kept going, she simply said, "I stopped expecting people to believe in me and started believing more in the problem I wanted to solve." Story 2. The athlete with no coach. There's a middle-distance runner in Kenya who trained for national competitions on a dirt road with no coach, no equipment, and no sponsorship. He was laughed at for mimicking professional drills he found on YouTube. Now, he's a medalist and mentor to dozens of others in his village. No support, no permission, just belief and brutal consistency. Greatness often begins in isolation. Think about it. When you're working on something new, something big, who really understands it the way you do? No one has your memories, your pain, your fire. Expecting others to carry your vision is like handing them a locked box without the key. Even those who love you may discourage you, not because they want you to fail, but because they fear you'll get hurt. Their fear is often louder than your dream, and that's where the trap lies. If you adjust your dream to fit their comfort, you slowly kill what made it worth pursuing in the first place. The most successful people aren't the ones who had the most support. They're the ones who knew how to turn rejection into rocket fuel. That no from an investor, that's clarity. That friend who stopped calling after you quit your job to chase your startup, that's confirmation. You now know where they stood, and you're lighter without them. The point isn't bitterness, it's focus. Pain teaches what comfort never could. Betrayal sharpens intuition. Failure builds resilience. Every disappointment is a reminder that the dream is still yours, and yours alone. Let's clarify something. Don't trust anyone doesn't mean live in paranoia. It means don't outsource your dream. Don't hand over your life's purpose and ask someone else to carry it for you. Support is wonderful, but temporary. Trust should be earned through patterns, not promises. Here's a tough pill to swallow. The people closest to you may not understand your dream, and that's okay. You don't need them to. You just need to keep going. So, how do you build when you feel invisible? When no one's watching? When no one claps? Start small. Start anyway. Progress compounds in silence. Let your results speak. One win, no matter how small, builds more credibility than 1,000 pitches. Track your journey. Keep a journal. Document your battles. One day, that'll be your fuel, and maybe someone else's map. Remember, you're not doing this to prove them wrong. You're doing it to prove yourself right. It's easy to look for shortcuts, mentors, books, coaches. And yes, they're valuable, but they're not you. No one can do the work for you. You're the engine. You're the map. You're the fuel. You're the driver. Your belief has to be so rooted, so unwavering, that even when the ground shakes, your foundation stands still. Think of every disappointment not as a crack, but as a carve, sculpting the person you need to become. There's something quietly powerful about walking alone, about moving forward without needing the noise. Let others wonder. Let them talk. Let your silence become your edge. Let your consistency become your voice. When the world finally notices, you won't need to explain. Just smile and say, I didn't wait for belief. I built anyway. Because in the end, it's not about who supported you. It's about who you became despite the silence. So if you're on that lonely road right now, building, creating, grinding, know this. You're not behind. You're not invisible. You're just ahead of your time. And that's exactly where world changes begin. Keep walking, keep building, and never forget, your silence today is the seed of your roar tomorrow.